Hey there, and welcome to the HMV Chronicles. This is where we talk about, well, a bunch of stuff related to movies and as a tribute to soon-to-be ending media store here in Canada, HMV. Tonight I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on what exactly that means for me personally and as a collector, and what I think that means for collecting in Canada as a whole. I will have a top 10 list, which is going to be showing some collection stuff and a lot more. So, in tribute to the sadly soon going HMV, welcome to I guess the last episode I did like a kind of a haul, and I'll be doing more hauls as I get more stuff from HMV before it closes up. But welcome to an ongoing segment where we chronicle movie collecting and with a tribute to HMV. Welcome, guys, to the HMV Chronicles. Hi there, and welcome to the HMV Chronicles. I just wanted to first start off by talking actually about a little bit about the media stores called HMV. HMV stands for His Master's Voice. If you actually look at the logo, it's basically the dog that's listening to the phonograph, to the record player, and I guess that's His Master's Voice. So that's what the dog's hearing. If you go to the HMV in London, not in London, Ontario, but actually in London, England, the one on Bond Street, rather than just having the initials HMV, they actually do have it spelled out on their His Master's Voice. If you watch many of my videos, then you'll notice that in a lot of them, you actually see a picture of me at the beginning of the video, standing in an HMV on Bond Street, actually looking through some movies there. HMV has long been one of my favorite places to go. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know one of my frustrations are the movies that I can't find here in Canada. I don't find Vestron video here in Canada. They're way too expensive, and I can't get my hands on them. They're some of my most sought after movies that I don't have in my collection. I don't have one. The Code Red is another one that does not come here. But HMV has been lucky enough to actually get a lot of the genre companies and genre releases that I really want to get. I could depend on them. They're the most reliable place to find that type of stuff. Best Buy is very unreliable when it comes to that. Maybe Best Buy in the United States gets a lot of stuff like Screen Factory and a lot of those type releases, but we only get the most mainstream of those. Like you'll probably find a Mad Max here, like you would into a Walmart, but you wouldn't find anything like The House Where Evil Dwells, or honestly, I don't think I've even seen Child's Play in there, which is actually a pretty mainstream film. HMV has all of that. It gives us Blue Underground. It has some Kino Lorber stuff. We even got some archive stuff from the Warner Archives collection, and they're able to find stuff that I was not able to find anywhere else. Some of the people that work at HMV have become people that I really like to talk to, and we do spend quite a bit of time talking there. One of them is a actual Screen Factory collector, and like me, so we talk often about movies and that. And I'm going to miss that interaction in that store. You don't get that online. You really don't get the interaction and meet people that actually are interested in a lot of the stuff that you are interested in as well. When I went in there yesterday, I picked up six movies, 6 Scream Factory movies. Excited about that. My very first Shout Select, and there's something special interacting with the people, going in and like picking up your movies and actually getting them for some people find HMV to be kind of like higher price, but when it's compared to other ways that I have to get movies here in Newfoundland, Canada, um, it's actually fairly decently priced and fairly cheap, considering that most of the time, if I had to order it from Amazon with the shipping and everything put in there, it's still going to cost me a lot more. And sometimes, even if it is comparable, there's the there's the convenience of actually going to the store and getting it. There's the social interaction of actually going and being able to speak to people. So as I was coming home from there, I was like looking through, and I was just really excited about the releases. And today, when I was at work, I was thinking, okay, there's some more that I do want to pick up, and I'm like thinking about what the sale is going to be uh, later on, and how it's going to go up, and hopefully I'll come in at the right time to get some ones that I want that a lot of people wouldn't want. Now, a lot of the Screen Factory stuff is sought after stuff, so I did grab some of that right away because I knew I wanted to get that. I'm hoping that some of that will still be there when I go back again. But here's the thing that really hit me, and it hit me really hard today. This may be the last time that I can go HMV. When HMV closes, that's going to be the last time that I'll probably be able to go into a store here in Canada, at least my portion of Canada, and pick up a Screen Factory. Actually, not have to order it online. Actually, be able to go in and pick up a physical copy of a Screen Factory release. I don't mean when they're IFC releases that shows up at Walmart for dirt cheap, because a lot of them aren't very good, or that they just are they're the newer ones. That's all they put out. But yeah, it's gonna be maybe one of the last times I can actually pick the Screen Factory. This may be one of the last times I can actually go in there and go ahead and get a Grindhouse releasing, or a Blue Underground, or a Kino Lorber in a store setting. And that really, really bummed me out. That because the way things are going, part of the joy that I have as a collector it's gone away. It's going, and there's nothing that I can do to stop it, to change it. I can preach and preach as much as I want to about you don't own anything when you buy digital media. That's a fact. You don't. You're perpetually renting something that you hope rights issues aren't never going to go away on, or that cloud's never going to break down, or you're never going to lose any of that stuff. And stuff happens. You do. You will. That's a fact. A lot of people they said that they could download a lot of stuff, but to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff that you want, you can no longer download. A lot of the downloading sites, they're gone now. They're not around anymore. So more and more as they get weeded out, people are stuck with some of the streaming services, like Netflix or Hulu, or Amazon Prime, or Shudder, or Full Moon Streaming. There's a lot of streaming services out there, and they're good to watch a movie on the same as you would watch a movie watching them on TV type of thing, just on regular television, and not even HD. The fact of the matter is that if you buy a Blu-ray of a movie that you really like, you're getting, most of the time you're getting the highest quality, for 4K of the movie that you can possibly get. The video and audio on streaming just really isn't. Even on HD streaming is not as good. It's that's an actual fact. It isn't as good, and it's not going to be as good. Streaming isn't going to. Do I think streaming is ever going to get to that spot? Not really, because I think people are going to be complacent. If people don't care enough now to care about the audio and video quality of the movie, and they just want to see it, they're just casuals. They just want to watch it, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the way you watch movies, that's fine. That's your bag. then they're not going to care if that is if it's if the quality is as good or not. It's not going to matter because they can just see it. They're not going to. The features aren't going to matter as much to them. But for the people that are out there, I still think we've still got quite a few years with companies like Arrow and Scream Factory. I think that movie companies like Grindhouse Releasing are still going to keep doing some stuff, and we're going to see that a lot of these are going to go way more towards the collector's market. For a while, we may even see lessening of like the mainstream titles actually being released the way that they're released right now, and just pretty much to Walmart. And you may actually see less Blu-rays and more DVDs in some cases for some of these things because they're going to put out just as cheap as possible releases just to put them out there and not put the work into them that they used to. There's not as many markets to sell them at. It's not going to become as profitable for them to actually get them out. The collector's editions, the Phantasm sets, the Scream Factory editions, the Shout Factory Selects, stuff like the Shout Selects, that's the future for physical media collecting right now. So for people like us, and most of the people that are watching here, that's a good thing. Like we know that a lot of the stuff that would never have came out before. Let's be honest. If Netflix had never come about, if Blockbuster was still around, if we didn't lose Music World, CD Plus, if we weren't losing HMV, then a lot more of the more casual titles that people just tend to like say, oh wait, I'll watch that on Netflix. How many times have you heard somebody say, say, oh, I don't want to go. I'm not going to go see it in the theater, or I'll wait till it comes to Netflix, or I'll wait till it comes to Netflix. I'm not gonna buy that one. And then you see this very same people looking out and saying, why doesn't anything I like get made? All these stupid movies get made. All these it's just superhero movie and big budget like movie like Transformers. And they just make a million of them over and over again because people go to those movies. They see them as event movies. They say, okay, I want to see that in the theater. It could be crap. I mean, Transformers, in a lot of cases, a lot of them are really crappy. But some people like them. They have their fans. And you can't diss their fans. Especially if you're not going to see the movies that in the theater and supporting the ones that you think should be seen. The Nice Guys was my top pick for best movie of 2016. Do you know who didn't see Nice Guys in the theater? Almost everybody, and that's me included. So I am one of the people that fought. I waited, but I didn't wait to watch it on Netflix. I didn't wait and download it somewhere. I waited, and I bought it. I bought it because I'd heard good word of mouth about it, and I do tend to want to buy and support the films and the genres that I like. The Nice Guys was along the kind of like the buddy cop, but more of like and really kind of film noir time period like type of genre that I really like, something really different. So it made perfect sense for me to go out and buy the Blu-ray of that. I tend to like a lot of horror, so I do tend to buy a lot of that stuff. Lights Out was, as soon as I knew Lights Out was coming out, I wanted to see the movie. I wanted to go to the theater and see it. But I was a little scared. Because I had seen the short, and that still petrifies me to this day. The Lights Out, the movie, doesn't. I mean, it's a scary movie. It's a damn good movie. And it just hits a sweet spot in its time range, which I really like when movies are like, get rid of the 80-minute time mark. And it just, it's just lean and done well enough to just really leave its mark and just go there. So I knew I was going to buy it. I knew that was going to be a Blu-ray that was going to be in my collection. When Scream or Arrow or 88 Films or one of those guys announces an upcoming release, if it's something that I really like, then obviously that's going in my collection. I want a physical copy. It's not good enough for me. I have the streaming channel Shudder that's one of the very few streaming services that I do have, and that's to support actually having a horror streaming service. But here's the thing: if I watch anything on Shudder and it's something that I like, uh, I support it. I buy it. I buy an actual physical. If there's a physical copy around to buy it, I buy it. Pieces is one I watch many times on Shudder. I also have the Blu-ray if I want to watch like the top quality version of it. I can put in the Grindhouse releasing version, watch the features, find out more about it. Shudder is great to get my interest into certain films, but once my interest is got, I want to own them. But that's me. That's the way that I want to go. Obviously, you guys can look behind me and you can see I'm kind of a physical media guy. I'm a movie guy. It's one of the great, great pleasures of my life. Going into a store and just maybe meeting somebody or talking to somebody. And this happens to me a lot. I'll go into like to HMV or go into like one of the, or before I would go into Blockbuster, and I just start talking to the person behind the counter, or I talk to somebody who's picked up a movie that I could recommend, that I actually knew was a really, really good film, where I felt that I had to sell them on this because they look like they're on the fence. And I'm that type of guy. It's annoying sometimes, but I'll come up and I'll tell you, great choice, that's a good movie. You should really pick that one up. Um, it's always been a favorite thing of mine. I'm going to miss it. I didn't realize how much until today, but I'm going to miss it. It bothers me that in a couple months I can't go into a store and buy a Scream Factory. It's not the same. It's not the same. I've been hoping that maybe down the road HMV would get in some of the restaurants, because that they're starting to become popular, and they go very fast, and it's very expensive for me to buy them around here. It costs me like a lot of money. That's not going to happen now. The companies, it's going out of business. It's going to be gone. My main source for buying a lot of movies, it's gone. I'm gonna have, through like buying, trading online, that's pretty much going to be my main source for getting films, and that's fantastic, but it's also sad. I run I talk about movies because that's my passion. It isn't something I do. I'm not somebody that comes on here and says, well, gee, that's movies seem to be popular, I think I'll talk about that. No, just the opposite, actually. I probably could have done like a video game one, or like done one of those Let's Plays, or did some kind of thing that I thought was going to be extremely popular, and tried to get more videos and did political stuff or controversial stuff. But my passion is film. I don't just watch it, I study it, I breathe it in, I live it. It's what I do. I mean, going out there, I'm still not going to do unboxing. I'm going to be doing unboxing. I'm not going to do it in boats. I wanted to do some in boats, and I keep saying I'm going to, and I keep, not doing it. I want to do it in the boats, but I need to do one for HMV before it goes. I want to buy some more from the company. I want one more massive haul. I really, really do. And yeah, I just wish it wasn't going. I wish that there was another option, that there was something else, that I could say, okay, HMV is gone, but I have this. Yeah? Are you upset about it too? I know you are. This is your Smokey alert of the day. Yes, you won. See, Smokey is actually really upset that HMV is going, as you can tell. So guys, what do you think? I've got a list coming up with some cool Blu-rays to show you, and I think Smokey's going to help me. I'll be right back. Hey there, and it's list time. I promise you a really cool list tonight, and I do want to deliver. So what I decided to do is, since this is the HMV Chronicles, since one of the companies that I will miss most of all getting at HMV is the Scream Factory releases, I thought, why not? Don't know the last time I did this. Doesn't matter because it always changes around. It always switches up. This is my top 25 Scream Factory Blu-ray releases, not including collector's editions. I thought it would be unfair to take those and put them into the into the mix. And guess what? For once, guys, I'm doing these in order. Number 25, Ghost House and Witchery. Here's one that's not going to be on a lot of people's list, but I tell you one thing, it's one heck of a set that's on mine. This one here, I don't think has any at all bonus features, but I really didn't care. I have been wanting to see Ghost House on Blu-ray for so long. It's a personal favorite of mine. I've always loved the movie Ghost House. It's just creeped me out. I love the kid with the creepy clown doll, and that kind of weird music that plays, the kind of creepy ominous type music. It just stuck with me. I saw it when I was younger, and at first I didn't know the name. I actually searched it out. Then I found out Scream Factory was playing it out, and I thought that was fantastic. Then they said they were playing with Witchery. I didn't remember or know anything about Witchery at the time. I think I might have seen it before. I really do remember if I did, but it had, it had David Hasselhoff, it had Linda Blair, and you know what? It was actually really fun. This is a double feature that I do recommend. It's a lot of fun. A great Italian horror in here with Ghost House, and just a really fun film with Witchery. Way better than it deserves to be. But the cast, it just is an extremely fun film. So Ghost House and Witchery are two that I highly recommend. It's a great double feature, and Scream Factory are known for doing some great double features. You're going to see more of those on this list in the bottom half, actually. Next up, with number 24, is one that is filled with features and probably really should be higher on my list. But this is where I put it at, so I'm going to stick with that one. And that is Terrorvision, The Video Dead. Here's ones where I kind of remember The Video Dead as a cover, but I did remember the film itself. I remember the box cover like crazy. It was one of the best box covers that you saw on VHS at the time. It just really stood out. That being said, it also looked really super cheesy in the way that maybe this isn't going to be that good. Maybe the cover's going to be the best part of it. For a long time, that's what I thought about the movie, and I didn't pick it up too much later. Now, when I actually finally got Terrorvision and Video Dead, I was able to re-examine both these movies again. It had been a long time since I'd seen Terrorvision as well. Terrorvision is, of course, Charles Band film. I wouldn't say it's Full Moon. It's probably Empire Pictures. His company before he had Full Moon. John Grease is in this, of course, from Fright Night 2. That's an amazing cast. Mary Warnoff is in this one here. There are so many good actors and actresses in Terrorvision. It has a great soundtrack by Richard Band. Love the opening theme to this one here. Such a fun, dark comedy film. Terrorvision, Garrett Graham. This one, along with Video Dead, seriously, guys, it's a must-have. And as for special features, people talk about the fact that the double features don't normally have any features on them. There's a wealth of features on this one here, and that is my number 24. Number 23, well, that one was really hard. It was an upgrade for me, actually, from the DVD copy. I still think I have the Shout Factory DVD copy here as well, because I'm a huge fan of that. That is Bad Dreams, Visiting Hours. Love both of these films. Jennifer Rubin's in Bad Dreams with, oh God, don't tell me I forgot his name now. He's such a damn good actor too. Richard Lynch, yeah, how could I forget that name? He is so incredible. Bruce Abbott, of course, from the Reanimator films. We got Visiting Hours here, but also with Michael Ironside. You just can't beat Michael Ironside as a psycho. He's just so damn good at it. He kind of owns the screen. If you ever watch Gotham, there's a character. He's kind of playing the Joker type character. He plays a character named Jerome, who I'm guessing is kind of like who the Joker before he becomes the Joker. He owns the screen every time he's on that screen. He really owns it, and so does Michael Ironside. He he can get there if he wants to. He can get to that Michael Ironside. That's a lofty goal, but he can make it to that Michael Ironside level. That's a high praise for me because Michael Ironside is one of my favorite Canadian actors. He's just incredible in this one here, and he plays this misogynistic killer, a stalker. He gets really angry by what he hears on a newscast, and he comes into a hospital, and just like Halloween 2, but actually, just like Halloween 2, he stalks the hospital halls. Number 22, speaking about hospitals and stalking the hospital halls, well, this is X-Ray and Schizoid. You guys know I love this one. It's got again, there's some pretty cool features on here as well. Just a couple. If I forgot to mention, there are some on to the other one here. But X-Ray is a fantastic little film with Barbie Benton, a very, very gorgeous actress who does a great job in the movie. The killer is an extremely bad actor, but it actually works to the movie's favor and does some great, great stuff. The Schizoid is a great little mystery thriller that is kind of fumbled by the fact that this is Blu-ray now, and it makes it way easier to see who the killer is at the beginning of the film, even though these keep putting people in as red herrings, just in case. It's actually a pretty star-studded B movie cast with guys like Craig Wasson in here. We got, of course, Klaus Kinski in this one here. We got Christopher Lloyd is in it. Donna Wilkes. Just a fantastic cast. X-Ray and Schizoid. It's a double feature that you got to own, and it is number 22 in my top 25 Scream Factory releases. Number 21, it had to be The Howling. I love Sybil Danning. Just a fantastic actress. Gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful woman. Howling 2 is hampered by the fact that it has some pretty bad acting by actors like Reb Brown, who would do better stuff actually in the Captain America television films. Christopher Lee is in this one here. Sybil Danning. They both make this film what it is. And Sybil Danning, of course, has the notorious sequence that every red-blooded male knows and has watched over and over and over again just by watching the ending. It's such a fun film. It's got some decent features on here as well. But having that ending in Blu-ray, priceless. Number 21, The Howling 2. I'm damn proud of it. Number 20 is a favorite Canucksploitation of mine. I keep giving it as much talk as I can on here because not a lot of people really talk about it. Not a lot of people really notice it, but I really think that they should because it's a way better movie than it's given credit for. It's one of my favorite Canucksploitation movies of all time, and that is Deadly Eyes. Also has Canucksploitation star Lisa Langolis, of course, who's in a few other, quite a few other like horror, kind of like that style of film. But she works, probably one of her best roles, if not one, the best that I remember, in Deadly Eyes. And that includes another one that's coming on my list as well. Deadly Eyes is about killer rats, and you'd think that could just be enough. It could just go off as a cheesy movie about killer rats in Ontario, but it goes much farther than that. It goes way into it. It gets ballsy. It kills the unkillable. It has a fantastic ending. I love the way this is done. Of course, it's cheesy as hell with the dogs in rat suits and all that stuff. But, for me, that's better than CGI rats. It's better than blowing them up just to make them look big. I really enjoyed the way this was done, and it does have an eerie sense to it. Maybe not to many people, but for me it does. There's some decent features on here as well. And this is let's look at it now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. This is number 19. Right here, right now. Deadly Eyes. Canucksploitation, goodness at its best. Next, number 20. Almost got you. Number 19 is Phantom of the Opera. Supposed to be 2 films actually, and probably the start of a franchise. Phantom of the Opera was supposed to be followed up quickly by Phantom of New York. This one's going to be set back in the Gothic era, whereas the Phantom of New York is going to be set in modern times, bringing the Phantom up into today. And you do get to see hints of that within this film. Joe Sholin, of course, from movies like Stepfather and Popcorn, is the star of this one here. She does a fantastic job as Christina. Uh, Robert Englund just he chews up the scenery. It's a fantastic film. This was a time when Phantom of the Opera was becoming really popular. Again, thanks in much part to the Andrew Lloyd Webber play. Unfortunately, this is more well, fortunately for me, but unfortunately for a lot of people that are watching at the time, this is a much more slasher, gore-oriented Phantom of the Opera. What that means for us is that well, basically, it wasn't exactly what people were expecting when they saw the Phantom of the Opera. And it did turn out some people due to that. I, however, thought it was a fantastic film, one of my favorites. A load of special features. Scream Factory did an amazing job with this one here, and that's why this is number 19 on my top 25 Scream Factory editions. Number 18 is an easy one. It's a film by Kevin S. Tenney, and it's a fantastic film with Tawny Kitaen, Steve Johnson, and I think it's Todd Allen. Let me make sure though. Yep. That is Witchboard. Witchboard has a beautiful Tawny Kitaen, but this movie is much of a story about the bromance as it is about the romance. And Witchboard does a great job with it. This is an actual really fun film. There were follow-ups that are a lot of fun. I don't own Witchboard 2. I really do need to get that one. That one, unfortunately, didn't come out on Scream Factory. Olive released it. But I've always enjoyed Witchboard. I just have a very soft spot for this film here. I also have the Anchor Bay edition with the actual, you know, the kind of like the cardboard Ouija board on the inside of it. So that's number 18. Number 17 is the very 80s, very fun, very commentary-filled Night of the Comet. Always been an extremely big fan of this film here. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got a fantastic cast. Yet nothing screams 80s more than Night of the Comet. I mean, it really, truly does scream 80s. You really got to see this one, guys. It is a fantastic film. It's got some amazing commentaries on here as well. And it does go commentary heavy more than other features. We actually have, God, there's more than one commentary on here. I know that. I think there's like 3. Definitely worth checking out. So, I totally forgot what number it was now. I'll do this on videos all the time. So, that's 17. This is number 17. And number 16 is classic Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton film, From Beyond. From Beyond is one of my favorite Jeffrey Combs films. And when I did get to meet Jeffrey Combs, I did tell him this was a favorite of mine. He thought he was miscast in the role, but I thought he did a fantastic job. Everybody remembers Barbara Crampton, especially for that scene with her in the leather outfit. Just an incredible H.P. Lovecraft film. Loved the way that this one was done. Ken Foray does a great job in this as well. Great ensemble piece. Really well done Lovecraft. Can't get enough of this film. Number 16. Number 15 is a fantastic, wonderful slasher film. Why did it get higher on my list than 15 when it's such an amazing film? One of the great 1982 horror films. 1982, by the way, it's a golden, fantastic year of horror. So just go look up, just Google 1982 and horror and just see how much great stuff actually came out that year. This is one of the very best slasher films that they did put out there. And the only reason that The Burning isn't higher on my list right now is, honestly, it lacked enough special features. You know, going over a lot of it was a retread of the MGM release. I, again, love the transfer. Fantastic film there, but that's number, oh my God, 15 in my Scream Factory collection. Number 14 is Pumpkinhead. I just dig this movie. I love this gothic style of storytelling. Pumpkinhead's got Lance Henriksen. Just a great cast. I like these old kind of ghost stories. It's kind of like, and this is, see, it comes across. Stan Winston does a great job as you know, doing the special effects in this one. You know, he actually directed this film here, and the cast is amazing. It has the feel of a tale told at a campfire. Something, you know, something shocking and worrisome. That's why Pumpkinhead, with this amazing cover, by the way, reached number 14 on my top 25 Scream Factory Blu-rays of all time. Number 13 is one that scared me a lot and still scares me to this day. I don't know why, but you do, because you've seen the video where I talked about it. That is Terror Train. Such a great concept for a movie. The killer actually did trick me. Although you know who the killer is, you don't know exactly where the killer is. He changes mask many times in the film, and yet there's one extra twist that comes out when you find out that's where the killer's been all this time. Oh yeah, they do a great job. David Copperfield actually has a role in this, an actual acting role where he plays, well, David Copperfield plays a magician, but a very mysterious magician, one that may be a killer or may not be. Terror Train, definitely, and I think it's number 13. Yep, number 13 on my top 25 Scream Factories of all time. Only reason this didn't reach the top 10, guys, is because of the special features. I wanted more. It's just that good of a movie. I really wanted more. Number 12 on my list of top 10 Scream Factory releases of all time is The Fog. You guys know I love ghost stories. You know I love the supernatural. As much as I love slashers now, I really like these stories that feel like, they give you that feeling that you're sitting around a campfire late at night and everybody's telling their stories. Somebody comes along and comes up with this one, and it's a fantastic one. A highly underrated John Carpenter film. The Fog is a great cast. Got the fantastic Tom Atkins. A little bit less powerful because missing the stash. We got Jamie Lee Curtis, her mother Janet Leigh's in this one here. Adrienne Barbeau is in this one. Hal Holbrook. Just an amazing cast of a town that did some really nasty stuff, and are finally, years later, about to pay the piper for the sins of the generation previously. And we're at number 10, I think. Number 10 is the very first Scream Factory that was ever released. Halloween 2. I know a lot of people would put this one way higher. I love this one, and if it wasn't for the box set, which will probably get a notice in another video, Halloween 2 probably would have been definitely in the top 5. It is such a great release, and talk about being stacked with feature. You cannot go wrong with that. It is just amazing. I feel ashamed of myself for putting it so low and putting certain ones up there above it. But hey, I did this list. I gotta stick by it. Halloween 2, you're amazing. You're a fantastic release. And if I'm right, this one actually has a theatrical and television cut. So that really is a shame that I put that at number 10. That should be up there in the top 5. I apologize. This is a mistake on my part. But you can rectify that by doing your own Top Scream Factory release video. I would love to see that. I remember that Todd did one a while back. Toddy Wallace did. And some Blu-ray Lantern. There's a bunch of guys that did like the Manny Raposa. A bunch of guys that did like these top Scream Factory release videos. And did you do one, Sammy? Valgar, did you do a top Scream Factory releases video recently? Anything? Because if you didn't, you really should. And it's been a while, so time to update that list, guys. Number 10. Number 9 on here is Ginger Snaps. I love this movie. I'm a huge werewolf fan. You guys wouldn't believe how big of a werewolf fan. My dad is a huge fan of Paul Naschy, the late Paul Naschy. I actually got to speak with Paul Naschy. When I did get to speak to my dad, he talked about like werewolf films and Naschy and Oliver Reed and all this stuff all the time, and that love of werewolf films did translate onto me as well. And Ginger Snaps is one of my favorites. A great Canadian horror film, a great werewolf film, just a great film overall, and it introduced us to the amazing Emily Perkins and the gorgeous. No, Tammy, I'm going to forget her name now because I forgot her last name before. Oh, Catherine Isabel. Damn. This can't be right. So, huh. Let's do this again. 24, 25, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So that makes Ginger Snaps number 10. That means that Howling 2 was actually number 11. I really do apologize now. Next up is Day of the Dead, my favorite in the George Romero Dead trilogy. Is it the best of the Dead trilogy? I really like it. Dawn is still the best of the trilogy, but Day of the Dead is severely underrated, and I think that's raised its stakes, raised what people think about it big time. Love Day of the Dead. There's a great documentary on here as well. Definitely a cool cover by the dude designs. It's a favorite of mine, and for that reason, guys, it's number 8. Number 9. I'll get this numbering system right sometime down the road. I'm just going to put stickers on them. Number 8. Well, Sleepaway Camp 2. I'm a huge fan of Sleepaway Camp, and when I did this, I said, okay, I'm going to pick one of them, and I almost went with the first Sleepaway Camp, but I'm not going to lie, maybe sacrilege, and maybe heresy, but Sleepaway Camp 2 is my favorite out of all the Sleepaway Camp films. Unhappy Campers is just such a fun film, and Pamela Springsteen just does such an amazing job in this role. Felissa Rose killed it for the more horrific Sleepaway Camp with the kind of the twisted, subversive sense of humor. But this one just goes a little bit farther. It has that 80s camp and cheese to it. Pamela Springsteen really owns the role. It's a shame that she doesn't want to talk about this role anymore. She became more of a serious photographer. I really admire her photographic work, but I wish that she'd own this and just say, okay, I made this film. I did a damn good job making this film. It's something that I really enjoyed. Be proud of this, Pamela Springsteen. You did a really good job. Renee Estevez is in this film here as well. We have the guy that played Grant Putnam on General Hospital in here. Oh, God, what's his name? Brian Patrick Clark, right? Yeah, Brian Patrick Clark. It's such a fun film. If you've never seen this, you really owe it to yourself. If you've only seen the first one, this is very different. It's very comedic. There's a very tongue-in-cheek. There's some cool gore sequences in here. It just does a really good job of both like being a slasher film and setting up the slasher genre. Great stuff, and you'll have that "I'm a Happy Camper" sign in your head for days upon days to come. And that's why that is. Oh my God, are you serious, guys? Number 8. Number 7. Night of the Demons. Yeah, the other Kevin Esteni film is definitely getting on this list. I'm a huge fan of his work, by the way. Night of the Demons is a great little release. Linnea Quigley, Kathy Pullard, I think her name is. What's her name again? Kathy Podwell. Kathy Pullard was, I think, what did I know? I think I actually went to school with a girl named Kathy Pullard. Kathy Podwell. Of course, Mimi Kincaid playing the titular Angela character. Fun special effects, super cheesy film, super awesomeness. Night of the Demons had to make it high on my list, and we got 6 left, so let's get to it. Number 6 on that list is one that I think everybody let a kind of a collective fanboy squeal when it came out, and that is Army of Darkness. Great film, and they did such an amazing job. There's 4 different versions of Army of Darkness on here. 4 different. Remember when we were buying like Army of Darkness on the Anchor Bay, and we were buying the clamshell, and then they put out the other Army of Darkness release, so we wanted to have both of them, so we bought that other edition of it as well. So Scream Factory has gone here, given us 4 versions of the film. We got the theatrical version, the director's cut, the international cut, and the television version on here as well, along with like a I think it's like a 90-minute documentary on the movie, and a bunch of like special features and commentaries. Great stuff. Definitely belongs high on the list. And so it is. Army of Darkness. Did this have a slipcover, guys? Because this is a collector's edition, so I'm guessing it had a slipcover. I didn't get slipcover with mine. Great movie. All right, number 5. Maybe this will make up for not having the other one higher on the list, because this one definitely is, and it's a favorite of mine because it's got the Atkins. And you know what? Why does it make it higher than the Fog? Because you know what was missing in the Fog? The stash. This one here has the stash, and it has Atkins at kind of his best work, and that is Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. I love this film. I love the fact that there's a Silver Shamrock sticker on it. I still have that on there. I did keep it on there. Just incredible stuff. I love the cover to this one here. A great film, cheesy fun. That song as a kid, the 8 More Days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock song, creeped the hell out of me. And I couldn't listen to it. They did show the commercial on TV, and they would play that little simple jingle of the Silver Shamrock jingle. And it would creep me out. I'd be in my bed as a kid, and I'd be like watching Good Rockin' Tonight, which was a Canadian like video hits type of show. Video hits was what came on the day. It was a Canadian show about music videos, and usually on Friday nights. And incredible stuff. And they'd show sometimes they'd have like the trailer for this one on, and it would freak me right out. Honestly, totally. Halloween 3. Look at those special features, guys. Great stuff. Number 4 on my list. Well, actually, down. You put it in the wrong order. Number 4 on my list is Class of 1984. Mark Lester. Mark Lester directed this one, and I'm not gonna lie, I am a huge fan of Class of 1984. I always have been. This was one that was expensive to get at the time, so I really wanted to get it, and I really wanted to. And I had like 2 movies picked up, like 2 Screen Factories, like kind of like 2 for $40 type thing. And he was like, "So what do you really want? Do you want those? Do you want to get 2 just to have 2 Screen Factories that you want, or do you want the one that you really? Do you want to just go and get the one you really want, the one you wanted for a long time?" And she's right, and I did, and I was really glad I did. I watched this, watched all the special features, Class of 1984 with all its fantastic features, with its great presentation, with its fantastic film, one of the most sought-after films for me. I would love to see Massacre Central High come on Screen Factory as well. And, I put it right next to this one here because Class of 1984 is one of my favorite films. It's definitely had to be in my top 5, and it's number 4. Number 3, Tom Holland, you do amazing stuff. And you really did here. You caught it right. Child's Play. Recently picked this one up, as in yesterday. And I love Child's Play. It's really cool. I saw this one in the theater with my dad and my cousin Roger. And it was an amazing experience. And you know what? We were the only 3 people in the theater. We figured Child's Play was obviously going to be a massive bomb, and we were enjoying the hell out of it. And feeling sorry for oh man, Child's Play is not going to do that well. How wrong we were. We thought we just lucked into seeing this movie that was fantastic that nobody would ever see. But luckily they did, and their Cult of Chucky will be, I think, number 7 in the Child's Play franchise. Thank you, Screen Factory, for putting out the definitive edition of Child's Play. You did a great job. You could have just stopped with the MGM stuff like you kind of do with The Burning, but there is some really great featurettes on here as well. Great special effects stuff, great talk with Howard Berger. Thank you guys for making such a great film. I do love this release. Love the artwork too. It is just fantastic artwork. And the artwork they chose for the inside of it, completely enamored with that as well. All around, just a cracking good release by Screen Factory. Number 2, one of my most sought after horror films, Scream Factory or not, one of the ones that I really wanted on Blu-ray, that I wanted to see features to, that had always been a personal favorite for me. Sometimes, a lot of times, companies like Scream Factory especially when it first started out, they got me. they put films out that just spoke to me personally on so many levels. This is one of them. Another film starring Brad Dourif. Another one I picked up yesterday. Another one I'm so excited to own and have in my collection. So excited to own and have in my collection is The Exorcist 3. There's some creepy scenes in this one. There's one that stands out. You all know what that scene is, and I'm not going to mention it because if you haven't seen it, really go in blind. Don't Google it. Don't wiki it. Don't do any of that stuff. When you get The Exorcist 3, just go in and watch it. There's two editions of the film on here. There's the theatrical cut and the new director's cut. There's a bunch of features on here, including a fantastic audio interview with William Peter Blatty. Guys, this is one that you should own and you should have in your collection. I think James Hayes mentioned that he wasn't sure about picking it up, but that my video actually helped him to decide to actually get it. That's good on you, James, because you're getting a really fantastic film. I really do love The Exorcist 3. It's highly underrated, and it has to be because, hey, it just reached number 2 in my top 25 Scream Factory list, and you know that's nothing to be shot. Just be shown. Next up is number 1. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you're probably going to know what number 1 is. There's many releases that Scream Factory put out that meant something personal to me. This one meant something personal to me, my son, and well, both my sons. They love it. I love it. I actually remember naming this like one of the top, if not the top Blu-ray release of the year that it came out for me personally. I liked it that much. The movie was great. It had a fantastic transfer, great special features all over. It just was like kind of a perfect package. Kind of the way I feel when I talk about perfect packages for other companies. Arrow's package for Invasion of the Body Snatchers was a perfect package for me. Number 1, I just thought they did an amazing job on Dolls. Yep, that's right. The Charles Band Empire Pictures film Dolls actually did it. Guys, you beat it at Halloween, you beat it at The Exorcist, you beat it at Sleepaway Camp, you beat it at The Burning, you made it. You made it to number 1, you made it deservingly. There are other movies on it that are there that are fantastic films. So what am I going to do next? Well, after I put these back here, I've got a top 10 runner-up list for you guys because more Scream Factory goodness is on its way. Hope you guys are enjoying this because this is the start of the new HMV Chronicles. Sometimes being runner-up is not a great thing, but being a runner-up in a Scream Factory list is one hell of a fantastic thing. It also enables me to talk to you about 10 more fantastic Scream Factory titles that I really think you guys should own. So let's start off with number 10. That's Without Warning. This has been, or as it's said here with the reverse cover, it came without warning. This has been a kind of had a divide among the fans. It's been a little bit on the slower side as compared to some. I think it's a fantastic little film. It's got a great cast. We've got Martin Landau in here, Cameron Mitchell, Neville Brand. You guys know I love Neville Brand. Jack Palance, just Ralph Meeker. An incredible cast. It's like an alien slasher flick, much cooler than I can even give it notice for. And just look at this; it's just so cool. There's so much coolness to this movie here. You saved it from obscurity. Everybody kept wanting this one to come out. They kept asking for it, kept begging for it, and when it finally came out, some people loved it, some people didn't. But Scream Factory, you listened to the fans, and you put out something, and you took that chance. Came to warning. Some fantastic featurettes. Great stuff. Number 9 on this list here is New Year's Evil. Love this film. I remember this one from when I was younger, and I thought it was a fun film then, but I didn't realize exactly how fun and how cool this film was, and how kind of like just different it was. So from showing a different point of perspective, it wasn't just showing the POV shot, like thing the killer. We weren't like following the final girl. It was doing something really different, and I liked the way that it was done. Sure could be a little bit clunky here and there, but overall, you know, Roz Kelly did a great job in this as well for the part that she had. But the killer really stole it for me, and the very strange son. Roz Kelly's son in this one Just a very unique individual. This is number 9, New Year's Evil. Belongs in every Scream Factory collection. It's on the runner-up list, but don't let that sway you because it definitely belongs in there. That was number 9. Number 8, I've talked about it a lot, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it here, and that is Crawl Space. I love Klaus Kinski. I'm a huge fan of his, and Crawl Space may be one of my favorite Kinskis. And it's definitely my favorite Kinski that's not directed by Werner Herzog. I love Crawl Space. It's just a really strange film. It really lends itself to Kinski's talents. Actually, it truly does. Because Kinski is one of those strange actors. He's obviously a unique looking actor. Uh, just amazing stuff. And of course, I don't think I got to say it again, but there's a short film called, please, Kill Mr. Kinski, and it rocks. It rocks. It will be a multiple viewing short film. Trust me on that one. Number 7. Poor old Clint Howard may have been hated by, well, most of the students and staff, but I sure loved him in the movie Evil Speak. It is just such a fun film. Really weird, really strange. Richard Mall does a great job. Richard Mall's interview on this is very trippy. I just love this film. I really, really do. Clint Howard does a fantastic job. It's way, way better than you'd expect it to be. Just a great, great, great film. Evil Speak definitely belongs in your collection. It may not be for everyone, but I tell you one thing, guys, it is for me. And with that being said, number 6, From a Whisper to a Scream. This is a fun little anthology film. Not perfect by any means, but you know what is perfect? The documentary on this film just raises this above. It is amazing. The documentary on this film is a feature-length documentary. It's just as long as the film is. A Decade Under the Incense, feature-length documentary about teen adventures in Super 8 filmmaking during the 1970s. That's one of the documentaries. But there's also another documentary called Return Oldfield, which is the one I'm talking about. Return Oldfield, I actually reviewed this one. The documentary Return Oldfield was so good, was such a damn good documentary that I gave it its own review before I even reviewed From a Whisper to a Scream. I'm not sure if I actually reviewed the actual movie From a Whisper to a Scream, but I have reviewed the documentary. It was that good. I was that impressed, and I stand by that statement. That's why this one here is number 6. Number 5, Darkman. Great Sam Raimi film with fantastic visuals. Frances McDormand again as the as the lead girl in this one. Oh man, Larry Drake. Man, I want to see Miss Dr. Giggles on Screen Factory. I really do. Larry Drake. We got, of course, Liam Neeson. Even though it's not even mentioned on the back of the box when they show all the amazing features, there actually is an interview with Liam Neeson on this Blu-ray disc. So just a little extra that Screen Factory put in there for us, and it really, really stands out. It's a fantastic film, and that's why it's number 5 on my list of the top 10 Screen Factories that almost made the top 25 list, but didn't quite, that you still need to own. Number 4 on this list, well, it's a double feature, and it's a really good one. It's got some features on here as well, and I had fun with these films. Are these perfect films? No, they're definitely films that I really, I don't own Troll and Troll 2 double feature. I really want that set with the, of course, Best Worst Movie edition there. I did look for that in the store, and I didn't see it, so finding it for me may be problematic down the road. It could make it more expensive. I may have to order it from Wayne, and I won't know if the Best Worst Movie is in that set or not. But speaking of double features with like a cast of tiny crawly creatures, ghoulies, that get you in the end. Love this. The first film, doing a lot of Oz here right now. The first film is just so much fun. Mariska Hargitay, early role for her as she, beautiful, an amazing, beautiful woman. Of course, she's on Law and Order. As SVU, she's a star of that one. Yeah, she's playing Olivia. But She has kind of a smaller role this one here, but it's really cool to see young, beautiful Mariska Hargitay. She's still beautiful, by the way. I think she is anyway. Ghoulies just has some really cool like makeup work, some really cool animatronics. It's not like the puppets; they're just so cute. Ghoulies 2, though, is even better. I just kind of had a lot of fun with Ghoulies 2. Just a lot of cheesy fun. It just really owns what it is and goes out there and it doesn't care. It just has a lot of fun. Ghoulies 2 double feature with some great features on the back. Definitely something that you own. And that's why it's number 4 on my top 10 Scream Factories that almost but didn't quite make the list that you still need to own. Number 3 is one that I'm sure a lot of you guys thought was going to make the list, and it almost did. I went back and forth on this, and remember, these are my Blu-rays. I also have some DVD ones as well, because I started collecting some Scream Factories on DVD to get like bigger artwork, and because DVDs are bigger. The People Under the Stairs. Wes Craven, You Are Missed, and this is a great, fantastic, dark humor horror film. 2 of the stars of Twin Peaks are in this one here. It's just so strange and so good and so fun. And I went back and forth on this one and Motel Hell, both of which are fantastic films that I do think people should own. But at the end of the day, Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs won out and became number 3 on this top 10 list of movies that did make the top 25, but still need to own. Number 2, it's more of a personal favorite of mine. It's definitely not going to be on the top 10 of many people's lists because a lot of people aren't into this film as much as I am. Now, you have to understand, I like the writer, I like the source material, I like the actor that they chose for the role. Some people weren't a fan of having Scott Bakula in the role of Harry Daymore, but I was. I thought he did a good job, and I was really hoping that they'd follow up with more films. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Clive Barker hasn't directed a lot of films, but he did direct Lord of Illusions, and I think it's highly underrated. I had a lot of fun with this film. This has some great features on here as well. It's a great commentary, new interviews, you got the theatrical cut and the director's cut. Both cuts are on here. Obviously, there is another Clive Barker film that came out on its own, but because it came out as a special edition as well, I did exclude it from both lists, and we know what that film is because certain someone is getting a slipcover to that film coming their way. We did a trade, and you guys will see the awesome thing that I got in this trade here. But Lord of Illusions, I love it. Love Lord of Illusions. Number 1 in the top 10 Scream Factories that didn't make my list, but still, you really should own it. I went back and forth. One of them had a behind the scenes that just has to be watched because it was just such a clusterfuck and it's so funny and just such great stuff, and I did enjoy the film. That movie's Widow of Blood. It didn't make the top 10 list here, but you know it did. Yeah, you guys know it did. It is a fantastic film. They started really strong. It's a shame that they didn't keep making them, because I'm sure they would have got up there again. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. This, guys, this is a great film. I love Tales from the Crypt. This is a great film. It's a great presentation. There's a bunch of special features, some great stuff on here as well. I love the way this film is. It really draws you in. We got like we got 2 audio commentaries on here. We got featurettes with interviews with like most of the cast, the stars. We got all of them, like Billy Zane, William Sadler, Charles Fleischer, Brenda Bach. It's a shame they couldn't get like a Jada Pinkett, but at the time, of course, no Smith. But great film. If you haven't seen Demon Knight, see Demon Knight. You really do. This is really one you should own. I'm not sure why this didn't make my top 25 list. There's definitely some there that could have been maneuvered over to this list, onto that list. But there you go, guys. 2 top lists in one video. I wanted to start out this podcast here with a bang. The HMV Chronicles deserves it. HMV, as a company, you guys, you deserve it. You're going to be missed. Really, really missed. So I'm going to keep you guys alive in spirit and with throughout this year, throughout like the right up to the closing with the HMV Chronicles. And if you guys like this podcast enough, if you really enjoy the stuff that I do during this podcast, let me know. And who knows, maybe even though the store's closing down, we can keep the HMV Chronicles alive here. And the only way we can do that is if you watch the video, like it, share it. If you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do subscribe. And I got one more little surprise, but that's going to be where it usually is. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the HMV Chronicles. I'm Professor Pin. I'm going to miss you, HMV. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. It's a fantastic film. Got to love this one. And as always, it's time to sit back, to reflect on what it means to be a collector in this time, and the way things are changing, and how we're going to adjust and adapt to that as being physical media collectors. And it's time to give thanks to companies that stayed in there for as long as they did and tried so hard. Companies like HMV, and brought stuff when like other places, like more mainstream places and Walmart and that weren't bringing in those releases. This company did. This is the HMV Chronicles, and it is seriously time for tea. Thank you so much for staying for the after credit sequence, and I hope that you're going to be glad you did. It's been Listomania tonight on this podcast, and it is not ending there. I have a couple more that I'm putting out here. So I have 3 movies that came out on the MGM, that are MGM films that I don't have that Scream Factory put out. So I'm going to show the MGM releases that came out before the Scream Factory editions did, and also have 2 MGM releases that are out there that I would really love to see Scream Factory actually put out. So let's start off with the ones that I would like to see them put out. Scream, one of them will be Scream, one of them probably a Shout Select. First off is After Midnight. You know I love anthology films, guys. You know these are one of my favorite genres, and I did really, really enjoy After Midnight. I thought it was a really fun anthology film. They did a great job with it. Marg Helgenberger, I think that's how you pronounce her name, is in this. Mark McClure, of course, who played Jimmy Olsen in the Superman movies. Pamela Segal's in this. I love this movie. It is a fantastic little fun like anthology film. I watched this many times. This really deserves an upgrade from Scream Factory. I'd love to see some features on this one as well. But I just would love to see a good Blu-ray release of this one with a really cool cover, because this isn't the best cover MGM, but I did like the release. Scream Factory, put this one out. You know it needs it. I really think it does. Next up, but probably more of a Shout Select one. This one's actually still in its wrapping. I bought this one so excitedly from you're going to know where as soon as you see it, because the sticker and everything's on it, still in its wrapping. I just want to take a night and actually watch this one, because I really did enjoy this movie. The last time I've seen this movie was on VHS. It's one that I used to rent several times. And that is the movie Bestseller. James Woods and Brian. Oh my God, I am so dead tonight. Brian Dennehy. Yeah, but it's after 1 o'clock in the morning, guys, so you can't blame me there. This is just a really great thriller. Really love this film. Shout, put it out. This needs to be a Shout Select. It deserves to be right next to the Nighthawks. It should be there. It's got to be one of those. Now, 3 movies that Scream Factory. It's 4 really. It's kind of a cheat, because one's a double feature. Scream Factory put it as a double feature. So, what's the art? What was the art before? What's the alternate art? What's the MGM art that you're going to see? Well, first off, and these are 3 that I don't own in the Scream Factory versions, so I only own the MGM versions, and I really want to get in the Scream Factory versions. First up is Squirm. MGM's cover left a lot to be desired. I just really wasn't a fan of the cover art. but I do actually really get a kick out of this movie. Of course, this is Jeff Lieberman, who was known for stuff like this. There's an audio commentary with director and writer Jeff Lieberman, original theatrical trailer, and TV spots. And Scream is just one of those there that made MGM so special because they were putting out movies that nobody else was, and just these really cool releases. Next up is Scarecrows. Here's one that I really do need to get, and I really would love to find around here. I can't find it around here. From Scream Factory. Scarecrows is such a cool movie. It has that feel of that story told around the campfire. I love the special effects on it. Scarecrows are actually super creepy, I found anyway. Most of them do. And it's just a really cool story. A little story. It's pretty simple, but it works extremely well. And what's the third one? What's the other one? There's a few that I have actually that I don't have in Scream Factory editions that I wish I did. Probably none more so than this double feature here though, because I'm actually a big fan of it. And actually I'm a big fan of part 2 as well. And that is The Curse and The Curse 2, The Bite. Both of these were movies that I did enjoy. The Curse is one that I really enjoyed. Will Wheaton, of course, is one of the king of the nerds right now. Did a great job in The Curse. Fantastic film. Just a ton of fun. And of course, The Curse 2, The Bite is strange, weird, and utterly adorable. Love it. Amazing stuff. So there you go, guys. There's an extra special list video right at the end because you guys saved for the after credit sequence. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you like seeing the alternate art. And just in case you wanted to know, the Scarecrows and the Curse 2 movies in the MGM editions have absolutely no features at all. So even if it's just a Blu-ray transfer upgrade, guys, you owe it yourself to grab the Screen Factories of those. Thank you guys for watching. I am the Professor, and I am thirsty. I am also thinking about going back to HMV soon, and maybe one of these times taking you guys along with me. Thanks for watching the HMV Chronicles. I'm Aaron, and I heavily need to be caffeinated. It's time for tea.